Okay, hey everyone. So in this segment, I'm going to talk to you guys about some changes that are happening in regards to Disneyland security. I'll be really honest with you. I really don't find this topic very interesting, but there has been so much like hoopla and outrage over this on Twitter and various social media. I felt like I should at least bring it up. Basically, for those, if you go to Disneyland, you know the routine. You can walk through downtown Disney, and then when you get to like the edge of downtown Disney, right before the Esplanade Central Plaza, they do like a bag check. Okay, they check your bags. Sometimes they do like a metal screening, and then you're able to walk in. I guess now what they're doing is that they're creating several of these around the resort. So they're going to check you before you go into downtown Disney and stuff like that. So they're adding more security, okay? Now, I have no problem with this. I'm actually 150% supporting this. I don't care about a bag check. Take an extra 2 minutes. Check my bag, scan me, wand me. I don't care. As long as I feel safe when I'm in the resort, that's really all that matters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my number one concern. So I'm 100% supportive of this move. The more bag checks, the more security they have, the more I feel safe, and the more that I know that the resort itself is safe. Good news. Great news. A lot of people are complaining that I guess the security checkpoints are ugly. Okay? They're ugly. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. I really don't. Maybe it's because I just don't care. I don't know, but I don't think they're really all that ugly. I mean, they're standard looking security tents. I mean, they look like every other security tent. They look like the security tent they've had in front of the Esplanade for years. I don't think they really ruin the experience. I don't understand the big deal. Maybe I'm just out of touch with the fan base. I don't know. I don't understand the big deal. If you Google Disneyland in its early years, in the 50s and 60s, they had like chain link fences around Disneyland with barbed wire. I mean, hideous, absolutely hideous, and we're honestly all upset over these little tents to do your bag checks. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I think it's really kind of pointless to get mad over. I don't think it really makes a big difference one way or the other. I think that the reason that they put these in here is more important. I think that it's better to be safe. And, when you're there with your family, you want to feel like you're safe. You don't want to have, any issues. So if they do 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 bag checks, I'm 100% supportive of that. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. It's a safety issue. So again, I really don't understand the issue. So that's kind of where I stand on that. Another big issue is, I guess that the local businesses on like Harbor Boulevard, they're getting kind of upset or worried that this new, I guess they're building a new parking structure, and I'll add the link in my YouTube so you can click on it, because I've done a video on this before in regards to the Disneyland expansion, where they're going to be adding a new parking structure on the eastern side. Okay. And they're gonna build this parking structure, and they're gonna build a bridge over to Disneyland. Well, I guess a lot of businesses on that side are upset because of this bridge, and it's gonna really affect their business, and how it might hurt their sales and whatnot. Honestly, in terms of that, the only reason that these businesses are doing the business that they're doing is because Disneyland is right there. Disneyland, look. Honestly, as heartless as it sounds, Disneyland has no obligation to prop up every business in the local area. Disneyland is in the business of Disneyland. Believe it or not, that's all they should care about. Disneyland shouldn't get, excuse me, Disneyland shouldn't get in the business of caring about the business of the McDonald's across the street, or of the Denny's, or of any other hotel or motel across the street. That's not Disneyland's concern. Disneyland's concern is Disneyland. So yeah, you know what? I'm sorry if the parking structure and the bridge affects your business. Sad day for you, and I'm really, really sorry. But guess what? McDonald's and Denny's and IHOP or whatever else is on that side will survive. Okay? I honestly don't get all this outrage. You know, and I don't even know if it's really going to hurt them all that much, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. But like I said, Disneyland needs to look out for Disneyland. Okay, it's not in the business of looking out for Denny's and looking out for IHOP and looking out for every other motel on the street that borders Disneyland. Now, that's really my concern. I know that might be a controversial opinion. I know a lot of people feel like, you know, Disneyland should be a good neighbor and all that. And yeah, they should be to some degree, but at the end of the day, they really have to look out for themselves. And if this parking structure and this bridge is going to help out with the congestion and the flow of their resort, they need to look out for their resort over the needs of McDonald's and the motels. So I honestly don't care. I mean, I think those businesses will survive. I think they'll do just fine being across from Disneyland. Whether the bridge is there or not, they'll still do great. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really going to make a huge impact. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I stand. So, again, I wasn't really going to make a video on this topic. I don't find the subject matter all that interesting, but I felt like because there was so much talk about it online, I felt like I should address it. So in terms, just to kind of recap, in terms of the security tents and all those bag checks they're adding at Disneyland, it's a non-issue, okay? They're regular looking tents. They're obviously made to look temporary because they're probably going to move them around as the resort changes and grows. So that makes sense. That's a logical, you know, reason behind that. You know, I mean, obviously, if they're going to build a new hotel, which they're planning on doing in a downtown Disney parking lot, why would they build a $20 million fancy security check there? Makes zero sense. Of course that the security check is going to look temporary. Of course, it has to. They're probably not planning on keeping it there forever. So in terms of security, bring on more security. I don't care. As long as I feel safe, as long as my loved ones are safe when we go to the resort, that's all I care about. Issue number 2, all the businesses that border Disneyland that are crying over the bridge for the new parking structure. You know what? I'm sorry. Sad day for you. Disney is there for Disney, and that's what they have to do. Bottom line, I mean, they have to look out for their own business. You know, I mean, you go to Disneyland, it's like super congested. There's people everywhere. The parking's a mess. They're trying to fix this problem, and they can't really worry about the motel and the Denny's and the IHOP across the street on top of all that. So those companies will survive. They'll be fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So those are the two issues right now regarding Disneyland, like infrastructure and Disneyland security. And I just wanted to kind of go over with you guys. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I know this is kind of a weird topic, and but like, you know, let me know what you think. I mean, am I off? Am I out of line? I mean, should I be more compassionate about these businesses across the street? I mean, should I care? I mean, I don't know. So that's kind of where I stand. Post your comments, like the video, share the video. I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.